Alright, let's talk about the Himalayan before we begin, right? The Himalayan started a whole new chapter for Royal Enfield. It allowed the classic bike maker to take on newer and more challenging motorcycle adventures. What a radical departure from its traditional design philosophy, right? And some could even argue it was an answer to the community's demand for something a little bit more hardcore, a little more focused towards adventure touring. And we loved it, right? Then came the BS6 era. With a touch of refinement, the Himalayan's rough edges were rounded off. And we loved that too. Almost 6 years later now, Royal Enfield is back with another iteration. And no, it's not the 450 that's supposedly faster. This time around, it's an urban-looking Scrambler, something with a bit more balance in its approach. And they're calling it the Scram 411. So what's new? Well, with the Scram 411, Royal Enfield is hoping to invite newer customers to the world of leisure adventure riding. By dialing down the Himalayan's touring focus by a few notches, what the Scram 411 essentially is trying to do is find that sweet spot between everyday practicality and mild adventure living. So while most of the beauty is superficial and cosmetic, some run skin deep. The Scram 411 dials down on the adventure touring quotient to become more street friendly. The design of the Scram 411 looks like a contemporary take on the industrial form of the Himalayan. You get some stunningly vibrant colors too, 7 to be precise. Still as barebone, the Scram 411 now tucks in the headlight deeper into the forks and is housed behind a new aluminum Scrambler style headlight cowl. You get an off-center digital instrument console and the new Tank Shrouds that double up as crash protectors. Unlike the Himalayan, the Scram 411 gets a single seat and not a split one. And I felt the cushion was a bit more comfortable too. The side panels are also new with slits for that retro vibe. Even the overhang of the tail has been curved to mimic the short tail of a Scrambler. Let's address the elephant in the room, which is the engine. The Scram 411 is powered by the same LS410 engine as the Himalayan, in the same exact state of tune. It's also mated to the same 5-speed gearbox too, with identical ratios. The 411cc single-cylinder engine delivers loads of low-down torque and mid-range grunt. But here's the important question that was pressing against my brain. So is it a soft roader then? No, absolutely not. See, despite the wheel travel having gone down a few mm and the overall ground clearance now at 200 mm, that's at about 20 mm less than the Himalayan, this is still more than capable at handling some gnarly off-road stuff. So if you're someone looking to go out there and have some fun on dirt, this should be more than enough. If you've ridden the Himalayan before, you're going to find the Scram 411 a whole lot more approachable from the word go. Wonder why? It's the 19-inch front rim. See, what it does is, it pulls the handlebar lower, tightens the rake by half a degree. The entire wheelbase is now 10 mm shorter, the seat is lower by 5 mm, and the overall weight of the motorcycle is down by 5 kgs. This change in the setup has a dramatic effect on what we know of the Himalayan's handling package. The 19-inch pulls the nose down and gives the Scram 411 a bit more aggressive profile. It makes it a lot nimbler on the road too. See, 21-inch rims are great for rallies and extreme stuff for sure, but the 19-inch front is no stranger to adventure riding. Even the mighty BMW GS 1250 has one. Unlike the Himalayan, the Scram 411 gets a wider 100/90 section front tire, which impressed on the road and off it too. Even the braking on the Scram felt a lot more responsive, despite being the same unit as that on the Himalayan. Wish the ABS was switchable though. What a day it's been riding this beautiful motorcycle here at Big Rock Dirt Park. But at the end of the day, I'm left with one question. Should I go for the Scram 411 or the Himalayan? The good news is, after riding this motorcycle and having started my entire off-road journey on a Himalayan, I can tell you that both these motorcycles are more than capable off-roaders. But if I wanted to hit some light trails one Sunday and then the next just go out corner carving with a few friends, I'd maybe pick this one. But if I was setting out on, say, a long tour, crossing states, heading up to the mountains, I'll actually pick the Himalayan.